I'm still alive.
Yeah.
And hopefully I don't, hang around too much longer to put her through hell.
Hello, welcome back. We got some lovely car chat videos here today, and some typical husband, shenanigans. So what's new there? Everyone's happy, healthy, doing well, so yay, that's good. Hopefully we continue this upward goodness, because the rest of this past year has been so fingers crossed that things stay good.
Do I keep going here?
Yes.
Good, they're all looking at me like, you old bastard, why are you stopping?
They all have stops, you don't. This is actually
Maine's kind of messed up. They put stop signs where they shouldn't, they put lights where they shouldn't. It doesn't matter, I don't
You just drive. He has these weird dreams. He told me the other night that he had a dream he was hanging cats up on a line, like a clothesline, by their claws, and they were staying perfectly in a line, and he woke up just as he was hanging up the 6th cat. So, yeah, drugs? I don't know. My husband the other night saw a Facebook post that said something along the lines of, if you have to hide text from your significant other, that's like the first signs of cheating or whatever. And he reads it to me and I'm like, okay. And he goes, well, it made me realize that the only texts I would hide for you are shipping updates. And I'm like, yeah, you're not wrong about that.
Here we are in Benton, Maine, and we're discussing our future, which who knows?
After this year is looking a little bleak.
Yeah, it's been a rough year, so, how do you feel about that, Caitlin? I mean, your age and my age. What if something happened today or tomorrow to me?
If you died?
Yeah.
I mean, if I was dating somebody my own age, they could die tomorrow, so it doesn't really matter.
What if I had another stroke and I was in a wheelchair for the rest of my life?
Well, I did worry about that a couple of weeks ago. Thankfully, you came out of it, so that was good. But, I mean, if you look at it on the flip side, honey, this is the good part. This is the pros right here.
All right.
If that were to happen and I was dating somebody my own age, I would have to suffer and take care of them for, like 50 years. Whereas if you did that tomorrow, you only got maybe like 10, 15 years, so I'd only have to suffer for 10 to 15 years. I'd still be in my prime.
I'm gonna live to be 100 just to piss you off.
You suck. I'm gonna poison your friggin' breakfast.
That's alright. God damn it.
Like I mentioned before, some of the things my husband and I talk about are just completely wacky. So we were talking about, or saw a guy that was wearing like these skin-tight clothes. He was all muscled up, so like, he could pull it off, but it was a little bit like, oh jeez. So we got talking about what my husband would look like in a leotard. Okay. First off, my husband goes, geez, maybe I'm gonna order one of those just so that way you can come home and I'll be in one someday. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm pretty sure you just see me rolling on the floor like a cockroach. Okay, seriously? And he's like, yeah, that wouldn't be so good. And I'm like, honestly, you really wouldn't look so good in a leotard. I'm like, let's be honest. And he knows this. He has absolutely no butt whatsoever. I call it a biscuit butt. It's like 2 little biscuits. That is literally it. And he goes, in the front would look like a woman's. And I'm like, yeah, it wouldn't be good. The leotard would squish your little biscuit butt even worse than it already is. So you would just be like flat in the front, flat in the back. You just look like a board. The next thing I know, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to order one of those. So, would not surprise me if he already ordered at 8 a.m. this morning. What a freaking dweeb. This is a video on how to prepare a diabetic-friendly dinner meal for your husband, according to my husband. Step 1. Grab vegetables. The healthiest ones are cucumber. Tomatoes are good too, but they're kind of high carb, so 2 tomatoes. Next, you get in your oven and you grab your piece of meat. Presentation is everything, folks. You grab your other veggies, which the only really healthy options are celery. Cheese is always great for diabetics. Lots of celery. 2 pieces of cheese because he doesn't want to be fat. And last but not least, folks, lots and lots and lots and lots of salt. And a tiny bit of pepper. And there you have it, folks. Your fabulous gourmet diabetic dinner meal. Isn't that fabulous? Cook that meat to perfection. And what's for dessert, you ask? Only the best for my husband. Here we have keto chocolate and his absolute favorite, a chocolate milkshake. Right to the brim. Now, if you would like some more tips and tricks on how to make diabetic-friendly food that is absolutely delicious, just let me know. My husband and I have lots and lots of fabulous ideas.
I do love her with all my heart, but that doesn't mean I don't want to reach right over there and strangle her every now and then. Of course, if I knew I could take her, like handle her, I would do it, but she'd kill me.
Oh, yeah.